Hello everyone. In previous video, we have discussed all about guided transmission media. This video will explain what do you mean by unguided media. Myself, Aniruddha Tawale, lecturer in Computer Technology Department. Let us start our session. So, there are different unguided transmission media available. The classification of unguided transmission media is radio wave, microwave, infrared, and finally a satellite. Okay. At first, we will discuss what do you mean by exactly unguided transmission media and why this name unguided. See, in unguided transmission media, there is a medium available for transmission of a signal or a data, and which is nothing but free space or air. As there is a free space and air, there is no fixed direction available to transmit a signal or a wave. And generally, those waves are transmitted by means of electromagnetic signals. Okay, so electromagnetic signals are there, and a free space is there or air is there. Hence, there is no fixed direction, and that is why it is termed as unguided transmission media. So, these transmission media can be used for LAN, WAN, MAN also. These are the types: radio, microwave, infrared, and satellite. Let us first focus what do you mean by a radio wave. So, a radio wave is a kind of or a type of electromagnetic radiation, okay, and which is having a wavelength which is equal to or which is available with a speed of a light. That means radio waves travels as equal to speed of a light. Okay, it has a frequency which ranges from top 300 gigahertz to low 3 kilohertz. Okay, and the wavelength supports from 1 millimeter, which is 0.039 inch, to 100 kilometers, that is 62 miles. So, like all other electromagnetic waves, these radio waves travel at the speed of light, which can easily penetrate through walls. So they can go through with the walls. Okay. Generally, 1 megahertz radio signal has the wavelength 299.8 meters, and for a vacuum, when radio wave travels, then it gives the speed of 299,792,458 meters, and which is equivalent to 983571056 foot. Okay, and which is the wavelength of a wave 1 hertz radio signal. So 1 hertz radio signal travels at the speed of these meters. So next we will have what are different frequencies available or supported by radio waves. So it supports three frequencies: long, shorter, and much shorter. So generally, long wave may occurs or may covers a part of Earth very consistently. So a part of Earth is get traveled by a long wave. Then shorter wave can travel ionosphere, or which can also travel around a world. And finally, a much shorter wavelength, which can travel on a line of a sight, and which is the speed of a light in a vacuum. So very faster radio wave is much shorter wavelength wave. Then there are certain types of a radio wave. First wave is get created by lightning or the astronomical object, and second wave is a artificially generated radio waves. Now we will see what are the application areas of radio wave. Generally, radio waves are used for a fixed and mobile radio communication, which is also used for a broadcasting. Most of the radars utilizes radio waves for a navigation purpose. Then different communication satellites can also uses a radio wave. Okay, so there are multiple applications for a radio wave. After radio wave, there comes a microwave. Okay, so the microwave has a good significance, as it is again termed as electromagnetic wave. So it is again a part of electromagnetic wave, but which measures in a very small number of a centimeter, and hence the name given microwaves. Okay, so this part of radio spectrum ranges across the frequency of roughly 1 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. So this is the frequency of a microwave. Now the corresponding wavelength ranges from 30 centimeters top to down 1 centimeter, and this is the shortest wavelength of this wave, hence termed as a microwave. Now for the line of sight of a propagation, the signal does not travel along the surface of Earth, and that is why there is a requirement of antennas. That means between at least two antennas in a straight line or in a straight direction, microwave travels. That means there must be a straight line between sender and receiver in order to transmit. So as the taller antenna we have, more distance will get covered by this microwave, and that is why we can see that on a mountain or on a high building we have the antennas, and that antennas actually carries microwaves or microwave signals. So it has only one direction signal at a time. The data rate provided or data rate transmission provided by this microwave is 1 Mbps to 10 Gbps, which is very high. These are the application areas of a microwave. It is useful for communication between sender and receiver, which are in a straight line. Then they can be used in a cell phones. Okay. Then microwave can also be used for a satellite communication. Then wireless LAN most of the time uses microwave communication. The diagram which is available on your screen will explain you what is the position of the antenna and what is they travel the microwave by a straight line location, or between a transmitter and receiver there must be a straight line. Okay, so next we have infrared communication or infrared. So what is infrared, or why the name infrared? Let us discuss at first. Now see, we have a very common relation. Frequency is a reciprocal of time. Okay, so the infrared coming from a fact that it has a word red, and infra stands for lower or below. So why it is lower to red? Because generally the wavelength of an infrared is longer than that of a red color. Okay, and the frequency of infrared communication is smaller than that of a red color, and that is why due to this phenomenon the wavelength of this infrared communication or infrared signal stays lower portion to the color available in the rainbow, and which has very low frequency as compared to red color, and that is why it says that it is below to the red, and the hence name infrared. Okay, so these infrared signals can't penetrate wall. That is the biggest disadvantage. It can't penetrate wall. Then it has a very small bandwidth and very short distance it covers. Then infrared communication works in a micrometer range, and the range is 1 to 430 terahertz. So next we will have what are the advantages. Now the infrared communication generally used for military surveillance system for a security purpose. Then the dark night vision cameras or dark night vision goggles can also have the application of infrared. Then remote controls which are used in our home for a television sets, DVD players, etc. are get composed of this infrared. Then it can be also be used for weather forecasting and astronomy purpose. Then it has got certain disadvantages. The major disadvantage is that it generally generates a radiation in the infrared band. That means sun distracts this infrared. It can't penetrate the ball. This is the second disadvantage. And large areas require multiple emitter panels, which increases cost of this system. So this is all about infrared. Now we will have a last unguided communication, which is termed as a satellite communication. Now in satellite communication, the signals are transferred between sender and receiver. Okay, and the transmission is get happened by means of a satellite. So satellite uses two frequencies for uploading and for downloading. So uplink means when the signal goes from Earth to the satellite, termed as uplink signal, and it has of a unit 6 gigahertz. Okay, or the wavelength is 6 gigahertz. Then for again coming from a satellite to Earth, it slows down, and that range goes down to 4 gigahertz. Okay, so the diagram explains you this portion is termed as uploading of a signal or uplink, and this portion is termed as downloading or downlink portion. So it has 6 gigahertz speed and it has 1 gigahertz speeds. So this satellite can perform the task of antenna as well as repeater at a time. Now generally to cover a Earth we requires 3 satellite. So 3 satellite can cover total Earth surface at a time, and generally there are multiple satellites available with their ranges. Those ranges are with Earth orbit is of 705 kilometers. Then the globally positioned satellites having the distance 12,400 miles, and the weather satellite has the distance 36 kilometers from Earth's surface. These all the distances are from Earth's surfaces. Now finally we conclude with the applications of a satellite. Now the applications of satellites are: it is used for satellite television purpose, then different digital cinemas, cricket matches, different live things can also be available to you by means of this satellite. Then different satellites radios can also be used, satellite mobiles also be used, and satellite internet access can also be used as the application area. So that's it for the unguided media. Thank you.